and welcome to my channel. It's Jess with Love to Plan with Jess, and today we have my Laurel Denise Portrait Planner. I use this one for goals, and we are going to decorate it for the month of April. For this planner, I tend to decorate the entire month all at once, so that is what we're going to do in this video. And I chose Live Love Posh Spring Allure. This is last year's spring sticker book from Live Love Posh. It's one of like the mega sticker books, and I love this one so much. It is still available on the Live Love Posh website. You can use code LOVE10 to save 10% on your order. We're going to use this set of stickers. These are so pretty, and I think that they'll look really cute in my portrait planner. So that is what we are going with. I think the first thing that we're going to do though is decoratively date. I like to do that. It adds a little bit of fun and a little bit of color to kind of like this portion of the spread. I have these Planner Kate day of the week and date stickers, and looking at the colors in here, I thought that we would use these for the weekly. And then for the monthly, I don't know, I was kind of torn between using this like dark red color or this like lighter pink color. I think we're gonna go with this lighter pink color. So that will be how we are going to start today. And I'm going to just start by taking these day of the week stickers and covering up what is already pre-printed in the planner. Now, Laurel Denise planners, you can either choose a Sunday start or a Monday start. And when you choose your Sunday start or your Monday start, that is the same for your monthly view as well as your weeklies. So I chose a Sunday start because when I look at my calendar, my brain wants this to be Sunday. My brain is expecting to see Sunday in this far left column. So I like to have a Sunday start. However, when I am looking at a weekly, I expect this to be Monday. And so, even though I am redating like the calendar portion of the spread with the same dates, I am going to redate the weeklies with this starting on a Monday. I think the intent is to kind of be able to see things like all in a row, right? You have Sunday going all the way down, Monday going all the way down. But it doesn't bother me at all to have the weeklies not match up with the monthly. I don't really like look at the spread in that way. So this is kind of an option for you if you are, you know, kind of looking to use a Laurel Denise planner, but you like to have a Sunday start for your monthly and a Monday start for your weeklies. You can kind of do what I'm doing and redate them. So I'm going to go ahead and put these date covers on all 30 days of the month, and then we will get to decorating. I think before we do the weeklies, we're going to decorate this part and like the monthly part of the calendar. How pretty does that look? I think that that looks so pretty. Okay, so the next thing that I want to do is get a few of the decorative stickers down on the page, and then we are going to fill in all of my plans for the month of April. I like to use this kind of as I would like my catch-all monthly and put all of my plans in here. And the reason that I like to do that is because I feel like it helps me to determine how much time I'm going to have in the month to dedicate to my goals. So this is actually a very busy month for me. So I probably am going to go a little bit lighter on my goals for the month than I have in previous months. So let's see. Kind of wanted to put this here. And I guess it's okay if we go in to the 27th a little bit. I'm just going to take this date sticker, and how will it look if we put this here, and then we can kind of just put this back right there. There, I think that that looks cute. All right, on this side of the page, I have a Planner Kate. Need to find it. Where did it go? One of these like book stacks, and I track my books in here. I have a goal typically to read about 6 books a month because my goal for the year is 75 books. So I think that turns out to like 6 point something per month. And these stickers have 6 books in them. So I feel like that's kind of perfect to put here. Let's see. I want to get a couple more things on the page and then we can go through and put in our plans. And sort of the reason behind wanting to like put in some stickers down here is just to get kind of the color vibes so that when I go in to choose boxes, I kind of know, you know, what colors we're working with, and that'll help me choose what boxes I want to use. I'm kind of feeling a quote here. So I think that we have enough down on the page now that we can select our colors for boxes. So just to take a look at colors, we're going to use Mojo Jojo Functional Boxes, series 1 through 7. I'm just looking at the series 1, this like header size, just to kind of decide which colors we're going to go with. And I feel like we could use this forest green color and maybe this like lighter yellow. And I think like both shades of orange. We might even pull in brown. Let's take a look at these stickers one more time because I think that there's like a little birdhouse. Yeah, there's like a little birdhouse. I think as long as we bring that birdhouse in, we can do a little bit of the brown too. But I think we'll go with that. We'll do the green, both shades of orange, and the yellow. So I think we're gonna grab series 2 because that size box is really good for these spaces. Now I have already done my monthly in my catch-all, so I'm just going to open that up to refer to that so that I know what plans we need to put in here. April is going to be a very busy month, and so I'm going to have several multi-day events. So I'm going to use some washi. This is Thin Essentials Neutral Edit Collection and from Live Love Posh. And I think this pink actually might work. Yeah, I actually think that this is like a really good match for like the date stickers that are on here and the stickers in the book. So we're going to use this, and I'm going to first mark off all of the multi-day events that I have. So the first one, my in-laws are arriving on the 12th. And they are staying through the 20th. Now I have events that are going to overlap here. So, well, this first one won't. So I'm leaving on a business trip on the 8th, and I return on the, oh, I did that wrong. My in-laws arrive on the 5th and they leave on the 13th. So that's okay. We're just going to move this. So we'll take this one and we're going to put it here on the 5th. I definitely don't want to waste. I just used a lot of washi, so I definitely don't want to waste it. So we're just going to pick it up and move it. All right, and then this one. Now, when I did my catch-all, because I have several multi-day events that are going to overlap each other, and the reason for that is I'm going to be going out of town for a business trip, and typically when I'm out of town, my in-laws will come and stay with us because I work from home, so I'm fortunate enough to be able to be home when my son gets home from school so that there's, an adult or somebody here with him. But my husband doesn't work from home. He works outside the office. So if I'm not here, there's nobody to be, here when my son gets home from school. So my in-laws will usually come and stay with us. So their time here is going to overlap my business trip. And what I did in my catch-all is I used two different colors of washi and sort of stacked them. But I think here I'm just going to put a header box here and then a header box here to kind of show that, these kind of overlap, and that'll be fine. Like in my brain, that works. My parents are also arriving on the 12th and leaving on the 16th. So I guess we're just going to continue this here. So you can kind of see right away, like almost 2 full weeks are kind of blocked out, and I'm not going to be able to get a whole lot done as far as goals. Okay, so my son is also starting soccer in April, and he has practice every Tuesday and Thursday and games on Saturdays. So I think to note that, let's go with dot stickers. I don't think I want to put a box on every single Tuesday and Thursday and Saturday. I have Plan dots and checklists, and I feel like I should be able to find something in here that is going to match. I was hoping maybe one of these blues. I think this one, this bluish green color is going to work. So let's use that, and I'm going to put a dot on every Tuesday and every Thursday. I think I'm going to put the dots, let's put them here, in this upper right corner of that calendar box. So I'm going to go through and add these little dot stickers for every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Now we can go in with our boxes, and actually I think I am going to use the series 1. I think that just the size is going to be better. So let's just pull a couple of the green, a couple of the lighter orange, and a couple of the darker orange, and a couple of these yellow. So just going to grab a couple of each color, and we will fill in all the plans. The first thing, Friday, my son doesn't have school. Actually, he doesn't have school on Friday or Monday the 7th. So Friday the 4th and Monday the 7th, he is off school. So let's do... I guess we'll do this yellow one here. The 8th is when I leave for my business trip. So I'm going to put this here. The 6th is when my in-laws arrive. So we will put this here. Oh, they don't arrive on the 5th, they arrive on the 6th, so we can take that off. And my parents arrive on the 12th, so we're going to put this here. My son's spring break starts on the 14th. And that actually goes to the 18th. So I guess we can mark this whole thing off here. I feel like this makes a lot more sense in my catch-all where I do have kind of the stacked washi. I sort of feel like the washi doesn't really make sense at all the way that I'm doing it in here, but that's fine. We're gonna go with it. Okay, the 15th is tax day. So that's kind of an important thing to note. Make sure that we have all of our taxes and everything ready to go. Prior to that date, we usually will file, you know, the end of March, beginning of April, but just to note that. And then I have a meeting with my accountant on the 23rd. And let's see, I need three more header boxes. Let's get light orange, a light orange for the 24th. We have some friends that are going to be staying with us on the 24th. The 26th is my son's birthday. So I don't know. I'm kind of thinking I want to do like a bigger box for that day. And then on the 27th, we have those same friends that are going to be staying with us. They're going to be coming from California and seeing family that lives out here, and we live really close to the airport, and their family is kind of further away. So they're going to stay with us on the front end and back end of their trip. Okay, let's get a series 2 box. And should we do like a different color? Let's see. I don't think we'll do a different color. I think we're just going to do a bigger box, but I think I'm going to use this like brighter orange and put this box here. I probably need to move this bullet. Okay. Okay, all the plans are in. That's a lot. All right, now we can move on to the decorating, which is the most fun part. So I'm going to take those 4 colors and we're going to put header boxes down here at the bottom. So the way that I use this bottom section, I have like 4 different categories that I will put down here for my goals. And within them, I will write down like sub goals. And this daily habits will be different habits that are going to help me kind of support my goals for the month. So like, let's say my goal to read 6 books for the month. So maybe one of my daily habits would be to read, you know, every day. If I have a goal to maybe get a certain number of steps, maybe my one of my habits could be, you know, go for a walk or something like that. Maybe not daily walks, but maybe like walk 3 times a week or walk 5 times a week or something like that. So that's sort of how I use this section. Now let's take some of these stickers and decorate. I definitely want to decorate the top of the spread. And I did say I wanted to put a quote here. I love these little butterflies. Let's use these. Let's put this one here and this one here. Let's take these flowers and put them sort of along the top of the spread. You have these flowers and some butterflies. All right, so let's put this here, here. I'm gonna cover up that 4. I don't think we need that 4. And let's see, we have another flower here. Let's do this one here. And then I'm going to cut this in half. And we'll put half of it down here, and we can use half of it up at the top. There's this little, like, I don't even know what this is, like a little board with some flowers on it. We can stick that up here. Here's some more flowers. Let's do this one in half also. For over here, and it's kind of the same as that, so I don't love that. How about we move, I'm gonna move this one. Put this here. And this. Let's cut this one in half. And we can do this half here, and then I can put that one there. I'm gonna have to move this one over just a little bit. Like that. Okay, I think I just need to trim this guy. This is looking pretty, except I'm gonna get rid of this washi. So as I mentioned, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense because of like the overlapping multi-day events that I have. It definitely makes a lot more sense in my catch-all when I use like multiple rows of washi, but I just don't like it. It's also making this look like really crowded. So we're gonna get rid of this washi, and I am kind of sad because I did just waste all that washi, but we're gonna get rid of this washi, and we just have our boxes now to note kind of when things are starting. So I think that that is going to be good enough. There, that looks a lot better to me. It was just looking way too crowded. All right, let's add in a couple of fun quotes. So this sticker book does have some spring quotes, but I may want to grab one of my other spring or like seasonal and holiday sticker books that have more quotes, because this was a sticker book from last year, so I did use a lot of these quotes already. So let me go grab another quote book. Let's take Rainbow Quotes Volume 2 by Hell of a Plan, and we might even use some of these like colorful quotes instead of doing just like black and white quotes. So I want something to go in this section, and I wonder if there are any themes in here that have to do with like goal setting. So I'm just gonna take a quick look. This one looks very goal focused. So let's see. I really like this progress over perfection. So the color isn't great for this spread, so we're gonna just use the black version of it. But that's gonna fit really nicely right here. And then maybe a tiny little quote for up there. How about grab your dream and never let go? Okay, I like it. Now we're going to move on to the weeklies, and I'm going to take a minute to redate these. So I mentioned in the beginning of the video that I like to have a Monday start, and with the Laurel Denise, you get to choose a Sunday or a Monday start. I chose a Sunday start because of the calendar, but I definitely want a Monday start for the weeklies. So I'm just going to take a minute and redate this entire month. And then when I am all finished, we'll finish decorating. I finished redating, and now we can just add in some fun decor to these weekly pages. So I think this little like birdhouse would look super cute over here. I'll put that there. Let's take these little tulips and put them down here. Let's put a little quote up here. So I don't think that we need to stick with like all goal quotes, although maybe let's do, we could do like a colorful quote. Actually, there's a lot of color on the page. Let's stick with the black and white quotes. Let's see. How about aim high, aim higher, dream bigger? That's kind of a, not like a direct goal quote, but I think it fits. Put that there. All right, on to the next week. Let's take these giant rain boots. It's going to take up like this whole space, which is kind of perfect. And let's see. I like this like makeup. Can put this over here. It's going to take up most of Sunday, but I think that's all right. So on the weeklies, I don't decorate very much. We're just going to put in a couple of things just to make the page look pretty. Let's put this down here. Maybe we'll do another quote. And I don't know that we're going to do anything on this side. Maybe we'll put these flowers over here. Like that. Let's get a quote for right here. How about just decide to go for it? Okay, and then one more. Can do this. Let's put it up at the top this time, and we can put a quote below it. Kind of really like this little like window. Let's put this over here. Kind of splitting Saturday and Sunday. We still have a little bit of space to write up here. All right, let's grab another quote for this little sidebar area. I kind of like these sassy ones. How about, as long as everything is exactly the way I want it, I'm totally flexible. That's fun. I don't think that that's necessarily true, but it's funny. So we're going to put that here. Now we have these two blank sheets at the end of the month, and this area I like to kind of use as sort of a reflection. So I typically will take a couple of these larger boxes, and I think we're going to go with this, like two of the same color. I feel like there's a lot of color happening, so maybe we'll just do two of these like light orange boxes. And I'm going to kind of layer them with some of those larger stickers. We'll put one of these on each side. So let's grab, I saved some of like these real big stickers. We have this giant envelope. I'll take this one. Whoops. And I think we're going to put this here. And let's layer this with it. And we have some room right here. I think We can fill that with a quote and maybe this like umbrella. Or how about this guy? I have another one of those, but on this side. I'll just put this down here. And then we can put a quote there. And then let's take that giant backpack. And I hope that I'm still decently in frame. I think we'll turn the box this way. Put that there. And then let's layer this one like that. And then we can put this up here. We have this little butterfly. Okay, and then I'm gonna grab kind of a bigger quote for here and then maybe one for down there. So, how about this one? I hope there are days you fall in love with being alive. That's a pretty cool quote. And put that here. Okay, and then something for over here. How about make yourself a priority? Okay, I think that we are all done. This turned out really cute. It has a lot of color. I probably, if I were to do this over again, I probably would have chosen maybe like just one color for all of the boxes and not had so many colors happening. But I still think it's really pretty. I still like how it turned out. So we have my monthly view. We're going to track my books. I have spaces for 4 different categories of goals, a place for my habits, and then we have our 4 weekly pages here for me to write down kind of all of the things that I do on a day-to-day basis to support my goals. And then we have like a month in reflection page. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Oh, I forgot to say what we used. We used Spring Allure from Live Love Posh. You can use code LOVE10 to save 10% on Live Love Posh orders. We also used Rainbow Quotes Volume 2 by Kelva Plan. We used some Mojo Jojo functional boxes and some Planner Kate dates. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.